Good day, this is Dimitri Lascaris coming to you from Shiraz, Iran on March 25th, 2026. Behind me you see what remains of an ambulance that was utterly demolished along with all of these other vehicles, civilian vehicles, in a double tap airstrike that happened here at this site 2 weeks ago, killing 5 civilians and injuring 13. The facility here, the one that I'm currently situated in, is a camp for overflow visitors to the city of Shiraz, which oftentimes has a large influx of tourism. And when the hotels are full or the people can't afford the commercial hotels, they come here to this overflow facility. And over here behind me, you can see these small portable housing units, temporary accommodation. Now further off to my left, I'm going to show you footage of it, was an emergency center, welcome center, and a playground. It was that site that was targeted in a double tap strike 2 weeks ago, and that is where the fatalities occurred. You're also going to see that surrounding residential infrastructure was severely damaged by those strikes. And by double tap, I mean that there was an initial explosion, and then 20 minutes later, after people came out of the housing to try to recover bodies from the rubble of the emergency center, there was a second explosion which inflicted further fatalities. We're going to hear in this video report, and as we perused the wreckage of this site, from a gentleman who is a journalist. He came to this, he works for the state broadcaster, I understand, and rushed to this site upon it being struck. He showed us video on his iPhone of emergency workers in the aftermath of the double tap strike, collecting pieces of bodies, and in one case an entire torso, and putting them in bags to take away to the morgue. It was footage that I'm not going to share with you, in part because it's extremely disturbing, but also because it will not be tolerated by the YouTube censors. In any case, our colleague Alireza Akbari from Press TV will translate the commentary, and you'll see that there is absolutely no evidence that this entire site served anything other than civilian purposes, and the targeting of the emergency center, the killing of emergency workers, the destruction of this ambulance, these all constitute plain and obvious war crimes. One of many that, according to what I have seen with my own eyes in the time that I've been here, the week that I've been here, have been carried out by the U.S and Israeli aggressor during the past 3+ weeks.
انفجار اول اینجا تو ساختمان اورژانس که اینجا اصابت قرار میگیره.
The first explosion takes place here, which was the emergency building that now you do not see the structure.
بعد صدای انفجار اول که میاد، بچهای اورژانس محصور میشن توی اینجا.
Then after the sound of first explosion, when the emergency workers were trapped here,
مردم اون منازلی رو که می‌بینید که شکسته همش و جای ترکش رو روی ساختمان‌ها می‌بینید.
the houses that you see on the other side of the street, which is a residential location, and still you see the sharp nails on the walls.
مردم از اونجا که دارن میان،
از اونجا مردم حرکت می‌کنن اینجا.
اینجا یه آمبولانس هست که از اینجا.
He says when people rushed and they arrived here, ambulance
از اینجا که محل پارکش بوده پرتاب میشه روی اون نقطه که من ویدیوشو الان نشون میدم.
He says because of the explosion and because of the wave of explosion, one ambulance was thrown away from here and it goes to that street and it falls down.
So this is apparently over here there was a space for sports activity.
Yeah, exactly.
And this is some of the remains of the sporting equipment. Is that correct?
It's why that in our cities, in Iran municipality, next to sport facilities like this one, and all around Iran, you can find them. That normally people can attend and use these sport facilities for doing sport. And as I was talking to a media person here, in this side, which is in the entrance of Shiraz, the two explosions took place, like a double tap explosion. The first explosion, some 10 meters away, it targeted a medical center and emergency center, which has turned into rubble. And the second one targeted some 15 meters away, some sport facilities that I'm seeing here. All of them turned into rubble. And I got noticed that out of the wave of the explosion, one ambulance was thrown away to the street, and whole neighborhood that I'm looking at, the whole area has been heavily impacted. I can see the sharp nails on the walls, on the houses, and of course I can see a banner of person. Maybe he was killed in this explosion there, right. If you can take the banner. So let's see
What was that building behind?
In building
اونی که باقی مونده از ساختمان اداری دیگه
administrative building of this location. The person that you see here, he was one of the medical staff that he was killed out of the explosion that took place some 10 meters away in that camp that was used for the tourists and visitors. He was killed there. His name is Hassan Mohammadi.
And what was this structure used for?
This is a shop. This was a shop. In the videos that you saw, all the stuff was on the street. Come here, Dimitri. A normal store, yeah, here. And if you turn your camera to the wall, there is written something here. Ice cream. Sandwich, salad.
Oh, those are all nuts.
Yeah.
Seeds.
And here is the football field. Yeah.
از نوع این دوتون یک کمپی بوده که همه خدمات رو میداده.
Because this was a camp that was providing all types of services. It was providing all types of services.
بعد خدماتی که بوده اون جلو می‌بینید که شهر بازیه. اینجا زمین فوتبال بوده.
This was the football field.
اون جلو نمازخونه و سرویس بهداشتیه.
And right in the left we have the WC.
و در ادامه هم اون کمپ هایی که به صورت کانکس هست برای اقامت.
And later we will see those locations that people could live in.
این که اصلا دیگه معلومه این کمانش اینجا آشپزخونه، چون اینجا کمپ موقت هست آشپزخونه عمومی داره، یعنی افراد اینجا میاد.
Tell by the force of the blast caused this brick wall to partially collapse.
Dimitri, because this place is a temporary camp for people, the kitchen. گفتی میلاد آشپزخونه چجوریه؟ The kitchen could be used by everyone. And here is the kitchen you can record. The kitchen is all
جلوتر می‌بینیم یه محلی برای استراحت هست، آشپزخونه عمومی، استحمام عمومی، سرویس بهداشتی هم عمومی.
WC, bathroom, kitchen, they're all public for all the people who are residing here temporarily.
دیگه از اینجا ما دقیقاً وارد کمپ میشیم. نگاه کنید تابلوها رو ببینید آشپزخونه.
Yeah, and from now on, it says that look at these written things in Farsi. Ashpazkhane, kitchen, wuzukhane, the place that you can wash your hands for prayer. The WC, And as Mila told me, from now on in this location, people could reside. There are some middle structures temporarily.
اون حمام بزرگی با ماشینشون میان اونجا.
Okay. And in front of us, we have some middle structures for people to live in.
What's this, Ali?
Wait. Milad.
بله این بخشی از ماشین هایی که بالا بوده اونجا جمع کردن آوردنش اینجا ضایعات دارن میبرن.
این به خاطر انفجار
همش
بوده.
انفجاره، یعنی ماحصل آواریه که روی این اومده و از بین رفت.
As I got the information, this is part of the car that was destroyed as the explosion took place some 200 meters away in this location, where people here in the entrance of Shiraz are temporarily located to enjoy their trip. And this is the remain of a car.
So it basically flew from the force of the blast over here? Is that what happened?
Exactly.
ما الان در ادامه دیگه اونجا کار اداری انجام میدن. میلاد این چیه؟ اینجا ساختمون اداریه مثلا.
And this is administrative building.
یه فضای سنتی.
But they decorated it
حالت
in a
کافه که
traditional
بخوام
way and a cafe that people could have some coffee and enjoy.
در اینجا چرا ما میگیم کمپه؟ چون همه خدمات رو برای یه خانواده داره.
Why do we call this place as a camp? Because it is providing all sorts of services for people. From these buildings, you could see there was a kitchen, bathroom,
پارکینگ
WC,
ماشین،
parking lot,
شهر بازی، ورزش.
place for doing sport, and also the cafe.
و در ادامه دیگه از این نقطه ما رسما وارد خود کمپ میشیم. برای اقامت کردن اونجاها میتونن چادر بزنن. اون نقطه دوباره اون نقطه میتونن چادر بزنن. این حالت‌ها رو می‌بینید برای چادر زدن نشستن دیگه. کدوم حالت؟ حالا چیزا بله. بعد جلوتر که می‌ریم کانکسام هست. چون میشه یه کمپ بزرگی دیگه. یعنی این قصهش اینجوری که خود اتوبوس میاد
And
اینجا.
from here, people could park their cars and do you see this one, Dimitri? And make their camps here. Make their camps here, a tent if they want, and park their cars there.
مثلا خانواده میاد اینجا ماشین رو اونجا پارک میکنه. اینجا اقامت
They
میکنه.
park their cars there. They set their tent here, and here.
اینجا غذاشون رو
باربیکیو.
کپ میکنن باربیکیو. از این اتاق مجموعه میراث فرهنگی.
Oh, he says that this park, it is written مدیریت گردشگری, organization of tourism. There are some experts here that if you're coming to Shiraz from some other cities and you do not know which part in Shiraz is beautiful to visit, you can have some speak to them and they will tell you that which location in Shiraz is beautiful, you can visit. And here is another type of service that was provided for residents and for people here.
98 تا کانکشن 100
Some 98 middle structures we have here for people.
این یکی از مراکز اقامتی شهر شیرازه.
Okay.
What happened to this structure here?
To which?
Right here.
این چرا اینجوری شده میده؟
این محسن انفجار بود دیگه معلومه
That wave of the explosion and it is burned. It was first located in the top, but they brought it here. Yeah.
And what,
ماشین اورژانسی که گفتیم.
And
what are these for? These structures right here?
people stay here during night.
Oh, it's temporary accommodation.
Yeah.
ببینید شماره داره.
And they have
70
numbers,
72.
70.
When you say to people, you're referring to visitors to the city. They
Exactly. People could stay here during the night.
خانواده های 4 5 7
For
نفره.
families.
سایزش فرق.
all of these two would have been.
All of them, all of them.
Right.
And he says that based on the number of families and based on the number of people in the family, that they had bigger numbers of bigger spaces for them, from 4 to 7 members in the family. Okay.
these vehicles were parked at the emergency center and
Yes.
brought over here.
Yes.
This was the ambulance?
Yes. Yeah, that one is the ambulance.
Which one? This one right here.
It has a sign on its door. Did you see?
آقای مهندس این یه آمبولانسه اونم یه دونه آمبولانس روی دیوار نگاه کنید این هم ترکش ها رو ببینید ماحصل این هم ترکش هایی هست که نگاه کنید روی تمام این بدنه تا انتها هست.
What did he say?
He says that the sharp nails that you can find on all
Yes.
of these cars.
Yes. It penetrated the
Yeah,
metal.
they penetrated the car. And as he told me, there are some 16 cars here. And this one is the ambulance that he said it was torn apart.
Did they have any idea what type of munitions were used?
آقای میلاد اطلاع دارید از چه نوع بمبی یا
نه.
چیزی است؟ No, this is I don't know.
این برام خورده
Dimitri, here. احمد کو؟
باشه
خیلی آقای بسرعت خیلی زیادی دارید
نه احمد اینجا
دیمیتری کو؟
I'm here.
Ahmad, this one is the bed that was used in the ambulance. It is destroyed, fully destroyed.
قاسم بوستانیان
My name is Qasem Bustanian.
کارمند بازنشسته 62 سال
I'm 62 years old and I'm a retired employee.
کارمند بازنشسته کتابخونه
A retired employee of a library. He's 62 years old and as I understood, he got amputated his left knee from up top part of the knee. He has lost his feet. کی این اتفاق افتاد؟
14 اسفند ساعت 8 و 15 دقیقه شب بود
He says that on 14th Esfand in Persian calendar. چه ساعتی بود؟
8 و 15 دقیقه
It was a quarter past 8. چی شد؟ Yeah.
انفجار اول که زد من بیرون بودم
همون اتفاق افتاد اونجا.
ها
He says that just minutes ago we just visited a location for tourists. In that location he got injured. He says that I was outside.
انفجار اول که زد بیرون بودم چون خیلی نزدیکی بود رفتم برای کمک
When I heard the first explosion, then I rushed to help them.
بعد که رسیدم دیدم اون مکانی که اورژانس هست و یه مکانی به کارمند شهرداری اونجا زده بود که تقریباً 30-40 متر قبل از که برسم به اون مکان انفجار دوم زد
And he says that I saw that the emergency location has been targeted and it was some 30 to 40 meters. I was about to reach that location, then the second explosion took place.
که دیگه پام
چی حس کردی اون لحظه؟
اون لحظه پام داغ شد قطع شد و افتادم از کتف
Then I fell down
قطع شد.
from my side and I felt that my feet got a bit hot.
یعنی وقتی قطع شد افتادم
He says I fell down when my knee was caught. Then I fell down.
افتادم دیگه برقا قطع
Then the electricity was caught.
دود و خاک و
There was smoke.
تقریبا بعد از چند لحظه بود که گوشی همراهم بود بچه ها تلفن زدن خبر دادم که مجروح شدم
Then I had my phone with me and I called my friends and family members and I told them that I got injured.
دیگه تقریبا بعد از یه چند 5-6 دقیقه بعد اومدن کمک مردم.
It was after 5 or 6 minutes my friends came to help me.
ولی دیدم که یه تعدادی زده بود درست همونجوری که انفجار اول بود. انفجار
دومی هم همونجا.
دومی همونجا بود.
He says that the second explosion directly and exactly happened where the first explosion took place. وقتی رسیدی خرابی رو دیدی کسی زخمی چیزی تو
نه
خیابون
چون
بود؟
اون لحظه دود و اینا بود، منم فاصله 3 متری داشتم. بعد انفجار دومی بود که دیگه خرابی و
انفجار دومی مردم تو خیابون بودن که شد
اومد کمک
مردم
مردم.
چند نفر تقریبا؟
تقریبا یه تعدادی، حالا 20 نفر کمتر
عالی.
اطراف.
He says after the first explosion, because there was too much smoke, I couldn't see clearly what is happening. But after the before the second explosion, the street was packed with people. There were some 20 people. They were coming to help.
اون مکانی هم که زد، خب از قبل دونستم که اورژانس.
And I knew that the place that was targeted, it was emergency.
اورژانس اتاقی بود کارمند شهرداری.
There was a room for municipality employees.
اون طرف خیابون که
And on the other side,
سوپری بود.
there was a shop, a chain store.
همه دیگه یه مکان غیر نظامی.
It was a non-military site.
مکان غیر نظامی بود که
That was targeted. If you have any question, team, Ahmed, Dimitri.
خب بچه ما تشکر کنیم که در
He expresses greetings.
این
Thanks for
موقع
coming.
خطر و جنگ که خیلی
Despite
خطرناکه،
difficulties and danger, you're here.
دشمنی که به هیچ اصول اخلاقی انسانی
That we are
پایبند نیست،
facing an enemy that abides to no rule.
شما قبول زحمت
You
کشید
accepted and
کردید،
you came here.
خیلی
Thank you.
خطر تشریف آوردین. خب از تو ممنون.
Thank you.
Thank you.
خب سوالات
First-
questions.
Thank you for your gracious hospitality.
ممنونیم از
واجه
مهمانتون.
زحمت کشیدید.
You seem to be in good spirits for a man who's just lost his leg.
میگه روحیتون خیلی خوبه علیرغم اینکه این اتفاق براشون افتاده.
خب ما مردمی داریم که رویش از من خیلی بهتر و شجاعتر هستن.
We have even people that their morality and their spirit is much stronger and better than me.
من پاک هیچ، همه وجود من باشه برای کشورمون، وطنمون، مردمون حاضر. من اتفاقا
یه لحظه جملتون.
باشه.
He says, not only my faith, I give all my body to my country.
من حاضر بودم فدا بشم، ولی بچه اورژانس زنده بودن برای کمک. اونا شهید نشده بودن. جمله هم درست گفتم؟
بله.
آه.
He says that I was ready and I felt like I would be killed, but I could help the emergency staff and help them survive because they were trapped on the rubble. He said that I could lose my life. It's okay, no worries. But I wanted to help them.
So at the time this happened, you were not retired, you were working. You had a full-time job.
وقتی که این اتفاق براتون افتاد شما یه کار تمام وقت داشتید، بازنشست نشده بودید یا چی؟
نه بازنشست بودم من.
I was retired.
Are you retired?
Even at the time this happened. For 15 years I've been
15 سال
retired.
بازنشست بودم من.
I see. And now what will you do with your life that you've been disabled in this way?
الان که این اتفاق براتون امرار معاشتون از چه طریقی انجام میگیره؟
خب من حقوق بازنشستگی دارم.
Retirement payment they have.
Right.
حقوق بازنشستگی دارم. درمانم همه مجانی.
And
بیمارستان.
and he says the hospital and his cure and treatment payment, it was all of them free.
Right.
بیمارستان همه مجانی.
Was anybody you know, any family members, any friends injured in this attack?
آیا دوستی همسایه آشنای دیگه بود که تو اون حمله آسیب دیده باشه بشناسیدش؟
بله شهید شدن. چند تا از دوستام دانشجو بودن، استاد دانشگاه
Yeah,
بودن.
I had some friends, they were students, they were professors, they were killed, they were martyred.
دو نفر از مغازه‌دارای سوپری که اومدن
Two of the shopkeepers
اومدن کمک کنن.
who came to help. کشته شدن؟
شهید شدن.
Yeah, they were martyred.
شهید شدن.
And so my last question is that Trump and Netanyahu say that they seek to liberate the people of Iran. What is your response to that claim?
پاسختون به ادعاهای ترامپ و نتانیاهو که میگن مردم ایران رو میخوان آزاد کنن چیه؟
خب اونا که کل دنیا دیگه متوجه شدن به دروغاشون.
whole world has noticed their lies.
شبا اگر که شبا مشاهده بکنید تو خیابون ببینید که اکثریت مردم متحد بیرون برای دفاع از کشور وطن همه متحد هستن و همه تقاضا داره از این مسلح که دفاع جانانشون ادامه بدن.
He says that if you notice people during nights and evenings on the street, they're all united. They have their resistance, and they want the armed forces to continue this way of defending the country, just to defend the country, defend the homeland.
بعد اون جنایتی که مثلا در مدارس کودک اینا که انجام
And the
شد
crimes that they carried out in schools, killing students.
در حین مذاکره
In the mid of negotiation,
حداقل بالاخره اگر که میخواد جنگی شروع کنه بعد مردانه اعلام کنه که میخوام حمله کنیم نه که
if they want to fight like a man, they should say and start and fight.
ایران همیشه هر کاری که انجام داده مردانه اعلام کرده که آقا ما این کار انجام اونا که
But Iran, on the other side, when it does something, it says honestly. But they do not.
thank you.
Merci. The person you see here, this man, he was a shopkeeper here. And after the sound of explosion, he takes and grabs some bottles of water from his store and runs to the incident location to help people. But the shrapnel hits him and he's martyred. And next to me is standing his son. He will narrate the story of his father. سلام خوبی؟ لطفا خودتون معرفی کنید.
من پسر شهید علیرضا اکبری هستم.
I'm the son of martyr علیرضا پری. چند سالته؟
من 26 سالمه.
اسم خودت چیه؟
محمد.
His name is Muhammad and he is 26 years old. خب محمد چی شد اون روز؟
من انفجار اولی که اینجا میخوره
When the first explosion took place,
انفجار اول که میخوره با هم اینجا بوده. اصلا صدمه به مغازه نمیخوره. ولی
my
خیلی
father was here and our store didn't get hit. There was no impact. یه ثانیه صبر می‌کنی احمد هم بیاد. ببخشید.
یکی دیگه.
Ahmad, this person, he was a shopkeeper. Are you recording? Okay. He was a shopkeeper, Alireza Akbari. When he hears the sound of explosion, he grabs some bottles of water and runs to the incident location just to give help to people. But shrapnel hits him and he is martyred at that moment. And Muhammad, his son, he is 26 years old. He is narrating the story of his father. 26 ساله درسته. خب محمد جان از اول بگو.
من با انفجار اول که میخوره همینجا بوده.
My father was here after the first explosion.
بعد که انفجار پیش میاد چند نفر پایین‌تر صدمه دیده بودن بس قطع
صدای انفجار اومد اینجا.
آره.
When the incident took place, we heard the sound of explosion. Then we saw that some people are injured there at the end of this street. خب
بعد یه چند دقیقه طول میکشه در مغازه میاره پایین با یه دبه آبی شل آب معدنی کامل اینجا بوده. برمی‌داره میره. بابا.
Then after a few minutes, my father takes some bottles of water. بعد میره سمت حادثه درسته؟
میره سمت حادثه.
He goes close to the incident location.
یه چند نفر اول اینجا بودن به قبل که چی باشه آب میده اونجا.
Then he gives water to some people who were fallen on the street. Some چند متر اونورتر بودن چند نفر؟
همین اول خیابون
100 متر 10 متر 20 متر. Some 150 meters away from here. Some people were fallen down and my father gave them water.
بعد میره سمت همون جایی که انفجار اول شده بوده.
Then he goes close to the location when the first explosion took place.
که دیگه اونجا بعد 7-8 دقیقه انفجار بعدی رو
And after 7 to 8 minutes, the second explosion took place.
که دیگه اونجا به شهادت میرسه.
ترکش به بابا خورد.
بابام پاش قطع شده بوده و اینجا صدمه دیده بوده و سرش.
He says that shrapnel hit my father. پای راستشون.
پای راست.
His right leg. stomach and part of his head. All of them were injured. در همونجا شهید میشه محمد
همون
جان.
در لحظه
At that moment he was martyred. بابا چند سالشون بود شهید شد؟
بابام 49 سالش بود.
He was 49 years old when he was martyred. کلا چند تا بچه محمد؟
ما 3 تا پسر هستیم.
سه تا
نه
پسر.
2 تا پسر یه خواهر.
We are 3 brothers and 1 sister. بعد شما بزرگتری
من بزرگترشون هستم.
and I'm the oldest son. بقیه آبجیا چیزا رو معرفی می‌کنید داداشم.
کوروش داداشم 10 سالشه، آبیم هم 12 سالشه.
Then my other brother Kurosh is 10 years old and my sister is 12 years old.
خواهرم 12 سالشه.
یه خواهر دیگه. 2 تا
نه
خواهری؟
یه خواهر هستیم، 2 تا پسر.
آها.
کلاً 3 نفر.
One sister, 2 brothers. تمام. Any question?
Your mother
Um,
is alive?
مادر در قید حیات هستن؟
آره هستم.
Yes, yes she is.
Was
Alireza Akbari.
علیرضا پری. Yeah.
and your father owned this shop?
بابا صاحب مغازه بوده.
آره صاحب مغازه.
Yes. دوربین رو نگاه کن.
Who will run it now?
الان چه کسی مغازه رو چیز میکنه؟
دست خودم.
I'm doing it. I'm running the
And
store.
does this shop support the entire family? Is this the sole source of income for your family?
آیا این مغازه لحاظ مالی اون چیزی که مد نظر خانواده‌تون هست رو برآورد میکنه؟ امرار معاشتون رو میتونین انجام
خدا
بدید؟
شکر.
God willing, it's good.
That's good. What do you say to people in the West who believe that the United States is trying to liberate the Iranian people?
میگه پیامت برای مردم غرب که به اصطلاح مثلا میگن که ترامپ اومده مردم ایران رو آزاد بکنه، صحبت چیه برای مردم؟
میگم جناب آدم حرامخوری بیشتر نیست.
He curses Trump and he says that he's not a good man.
Thank you.
He's not.
Thank you.
مرسی. ممنونم محمد جان. چیز دیگه هست بخوای بگی؟ خدا صبرتون بده. Do you have any question, guys?
I'm fine. That's our report from this destroyed emergency center. We're now going to move on and see other bombed out sites in Shiraz where there has been destruction of civilian infrastructure and casualties amongst the civilian population of the city.